Lena Genelle Smith was born on September 26, 1931 in Norwood, Missouri. Her mother and father, the Reverend Homer and Verb Smith, lived a simple, God-honoring life in the little town of Mountain Grove, Missouri. She had two brothers, Dallas and Rolla, and one sister, Jean. Genelle, as she is affectionately called, attended Mountain Grove, Missouri High School and attended the church that her dad pastored, Mountain Valley Free Will Baptist Church. Genelle Smith was introduced to Ben Scott by her dear friend and future sister-in-law, Leah Mae Scott. Genelle's older brother, Rolla, had married Agnes Scott on April 6, 1941. Leah Mae arranged the first date for Ben to take Genelle to a high school basketball game. When Ben drove his 1939 Chevy to Genelle's house to pick her up, the car horn got stuck and he honked all the way up the long driveway to the house. A few months after their first date, Ben went to Bristow, Oklahoma to preach a revival. And on the way back home, he stopped in Springfield, Missouri, purchased an engagement ring with the revival offering of $100. Genelle accepted the ring, and on October 10, 1948, they married at Mountain Valley Church outside of Mountain Grove, Missouri. Genelle settled down and served alongside her preacher husband. Their life always revolved around Ben's preaching, revival meetings, and pastoring churches. Genelle learned quickly how to manage a home and family and accepted well the responsibilities of a new family. Soon the Lord blessed their little family with a son, Randy, and a second son in 1958, Fred. And before long, 9 years later, the family was blessed again with a third son, Lynn Bruce. After 6 months, they tried to return Lynn to the hospital, but the hospital said the return policy had expired. Making a secure, happy home for her husband Ben and their sons Randy, Fred, and Lynn was Genelle's priority. All three sons grew up, attended the Free Will Baptist Bible College, married wonderful, godly women, and answered God's call into the gospel ministry. Genelle worked faithfully in church ministry with her husband. She was active for many years in children's church ministry, women's auxiliary, and various missions endeavors. Ben was a lifelong Free Will Baptist minister, serving as full-time pastor for 50 years, and Genelle was there with Ben every step of the way. She was with Ben at those early church ministries in St. Louis, Missouri, and Olton, Oklahoma. She then followed Ben as he pastored churches in Pocahontas, Jonesboro, and North Little Rock, Arkansas. In addition to church work and raising three sons, Genelle worked as a secretary in the regional office of Standard Life Insurance, earning high praise for her excellent work. She was described by those who work with her as being courteous, loyal, highly energetic, positive, and efficient as a worker. Genelle was active for many years in women's auxiliary. She even served as either president, vice president, treasurer, or promotional secretary of the National Women's Auxiliary Convention for better than 18 years. She was known for her passion, love for the women's ministry, promoting and supporting missions, and training young people to serve in local Free Will Baptist churches. And over the years and in scores of locations, hundreds of children felt the love, touch, and joy of this faithful Sunday school and vacation Bible school teacher known as Aunt Genelle or Mrs. Scott. Always known for her excellent cooking and baking skills, Genelle's food is always a highlight at family meals. Even today, Genelle tends to the needs of those she loves best, especially at Christmas family gatherings. She endeavors to make everyone's favorite cookie or dessert so no one will be disappointed. The vows given to each other in 1948, just 1 month after Genelle's 17th birthday, sustained them as a couple for 20, then 30, 40, 50, and 60 years. Life changed drastically for Genelle when Ben passed into the presence of the Lord on May 20th, 2010. She was Ben's wife for 61 and a half years. Among her greatest joy had been making a good home to share with her husband and family. When looking at the years of depth and legacy that she has lived, it is easy to understand why we should all rise up and call her blessed. Perhaps the most dear to Genelle's heart today is being a mother, mother-in-law, and grandmother to her 3 sons, 3 daughter-in-laws, 7 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. In 2016, Genelle moved from Arkansas, where she had lived for 56 years, to Clarksville, Tennessee. Today, Lena Genelle Smith Scott enjoys being close to her sons, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. At 85 years young, she spends her days and evenings remembering the goodness of the Lord, praying diligently for her family, and looking forward to the day she will see her Lord and Savior and be reunited with her beloved, Ben.